Hi there, let's start with this workshop. So in this first video, we're gonna create the guide itself by doing it from scratch. So I'm gonna open my guides UI and I'm gonna use the components that comes with this latest release. And just let's start. So first I'm just gonna create a control here and I'm gonna call it the global. So before we used to have a global by default in Maya, in Shifter, but now I'm gonna create a new global, and the reason it's because we have a new option that we can set the default one to world, and so we have three base controls. I'm gonna create this square. I don't want joints, I don't want uniform scale. Wall space, this by default it's good. Okay, so that's good. The first one's there. It's a little small because the character has slightly bigger size that I used to work before. And here on the guide on the top, just gonna open the settings and configure something. Add internal proxy channels, uncheck the classic channels. I don't want it. Use world control instead of global, so now this is gonna have the third one. And for the custom stuff, it's not yet we're gonna do anything yet. So okay, we have it there. Let's continue. I'm gonna create the local, so just gonna create another local there, and this is square. If we want, we can probably we can scale this one a little bit like this, and maybe the local just a little there, so it looks easier to select later. So just gonna test build. We can see here we have these elements. So this is our new world control that it replaced the old wall, and we have the global and the local. Sorry, it was replacing the old global. Sorry, I'm just get confused with the naming. Okay, let's continue. So for this one, I'm gonna create something around the hip that it's gonna be the how we call this one. We can call it hip, but I'm gonna call it COG, center of gravity. And because we're gonna have another one that is gonna be hip and it's gonna be independent of this one. So, and this one I want joint. Wall space is still good. Cube it's good, and animatable in all his parameters. Okay, so I did a little mistake here. I wasn't selecting anything, so I created two roots. That's completely okay. Just move it to the part that you want to be child, and that's all. It's on the right spot. So where we place this one? Okay, I'm gonna place it slightly higher on the belt around here. So I'm gonna try to keep this part like more rigid up, and from the belt up it's gonna be bending there, and it's yeah, around the center. Yeah, the one thing is, if you don't know, you just can scale this thing, and the locator or the root, it's designed to help place your guide. So you have some guides like this cross that is slightly bigger than the box, so it's easier to put it in the center. So just gonna place it there. See, it's and keep scaling. See, now my box hits almost the walls of the body almost at the same time. So that's good. Let's keep it a little smaller just for visual pleasure. Don't have this so big. Also, this affects the size of the control later. Okay, not the scaling. The control is gonna be always scaled to 111, and here we have another scaling. But the size of the icon, the size of the curve itself, it's what is gonna change. Okay, cool. So now for the spine, let me put this. I think it's whoop. I don't remember. Okay, just pick in there. Okay. So I'm gonna create one hip in this direction, and then the spine is gonna go in this direction. So later it's easier to create these kind of arcs. So to do that, I'm just gonna create another control. I'm just gonna duplicate this one. So I have my shortcuts, everything is it's ready to work faster. So if you have any question, or you're gonna find it on the previous videos on YouTube. So just go and check it out. Sorry. Okay, let's edit this name, and I'm just gonna call it hip, and just don't forget to update the index. For the icon, the default icon, yeah, that is a cube. Yeah, I think cube it's good. I'm just gonna place it slightly down like this, so we're gonna get some offset between one of the other. And yeah, you know what? I think this one should be not a cube, should be a square also. So just gonna put square there. This is the center of geometry, and again, I'm just gonna reparent this inside this. Don't reparent inside the size reference thing. Just be careful with that. Just reparent under the center of geometry itself. Okay. Just gonna drink a little coffee. Sorry for an interruption. As you can see, this is not really prepared at all, so I'm not gonna cut or edit these videos. Okay. Okay, what's next? Yeah, it's a good idea to save. I have already my scene with this versioning system. You can use whatever you want, and it's not like something that you need to follow strictly with the course. And obviously, on this workshop, I'm gonna do a lot of versioning. I'm kind of easy trigger to version stuff. But yeah, it doesn't. I'm not gonna name anything. I'm just gonna move forward for that, because the point here, when we extract all the data and we rebuild again and again, it doesn't make any sense to do this kind of very strict naming. I mean, it will help if you do like skinning or do this, so if you know which point you are, but that's all. Okay, so now let's add the spine. So here for the spine, I'm just gonna add it under the center of geometry. So no, wait a second. Yeah, I'm gonna add it there, and I'm gonna reshuffle later. I'm gonna use the new spine. I'm gonna use the straight one because this character is quite straight. So I think it's good to keep it straight as possible. But I'm gonna use the new one, the spine IK2, that have slightly more controls. I'm gonna add it there. Again, just scale straightforward there. Yeah, the placement around here. I want to keep normally in if you think on the anatomy of your character, probably your character has a chest and the ribs are around here, maybe, you think. So some people keep this area. Let's just change the color. This area kind of stiff, and of course this area here. So this part is not bending. Because this is a cartoon character, I would like to keep the bending area as bigger as possible, so it creates nicer silhouettes. So we're gonna put this control just under the armpit, just there. And it's gonna be spine and auto bend and central tangent. And for the rest, I'm just gonna keep it by default. I'm not taking care of the host UIs or anything like that yet. And now this hip, I'm just gonna move it under the spine root, something like that. So you will see later. Okay, let's create the first build under the rig here. So we can check what we have here. So the first thing, it's the alignment. It's not good. We need to put this pointing to the back. The hip is there. So the hip, it's a good thing. This is moving like that. This is moving like that. But then we can have this that goes independent like this, and this that goes independent like that. So what I want is that when I bend this goes in the opposite direction. So let's first align the spine. And I'm just searching here for the blade. It's quite small. And sorry, it's locked. The scaling. Great. I think I don't have my selection order or priorities set up here. So I'm just going to use my shortcut. Whoop, not there. Please use the object center. So now my blade is slightly bigger. You can see it. So I'm just gonna place it. Of course, not 90. Negative 90. Okay. So we have it there. And okay, let's build again. So that's a process that we're gonna do all the time, just building, checking that everything is in the right place. Okay, now we have this one that have this axis and this one that have this axis. So as you can see, now it's the same direction. So yeah, I think it's, and we're gonna leave it like that. Okay, so we have this and we need to contra animate like this, so it's arcing like that. But if we take from the IK, it's gonna behave like the original thing. You can see here if you, okay, let's hide this, that I have this one. This is the center of geometry that I created a joint, and yeah, you know what, we don't need it. I just activated before. Sorry for that. I realized that it's not needed here, so we don't want it. Okay. Now let's move for the legs. So for the leg, I'm just gonna save, and I want the legs under the hip control. So just select the hip control here, and we're gonna use the default legs. So legs to joins. Here we go. It's gonna be left side. I want mirror on the vectoring. I want to add the extra controls. No spaces for the moment. Just scale everything. And let's place this. I think should be around here. I'm just gonna keep scaling up to there. Okay, let's check it out now with the side view. I'm just gonna move from the plane, so I keep my alignment. I think around there. And this, I'm just gonna put it there. So one thing I like to do here is to check that my distance, whoa, from here to here and from here to here, it's approximately the same. In real life, the femur it's longer, but for animation purposes, it's always nice to have equidistance, so it works nicely for the animator. So it doesn't need to be exact. So here, this one, it's almost 3 negative, and this one is the other one, but you see it's slightly longer. So it's slightly longer there. So just one, I'm just gonna readjust this slightly higher so we gain some space there. And this, let's put it there. Okay, let me check if we have some on the volume. This model, it's have slightly there. It's not gonna be super perfect, but it will do. So now we have 3 and almost the same. So you see there, so it's gonna be worth. And yeah, the position here on the hip insertion, I think it's good enough. Okay, that's good for this one. And let's select this one, the one that it's on the ankle, and create the foot roll. I'm gonna go here, foot. Yeah, there we go. 3, it's good, and it's negative Z, so it's in this direction. Oh, really? It's not that, it's positive Z. Am I just... As you can see, I do a lot of mistakes. It's totally okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna scale this thing, and we're gonna play. So this first one, just like to place it around here so we can make this area to bend. The second one should be around the flexing of the fingers. So I have some helping geometry here, so we can use these as a reference. So you see our fingers, other geometry with fingers are over there. So I'm just gonna keep it as a reference, general reference there. And we can help person just gonna have hide this. This one is just the mesh that we're gonna use later on the skinning process, and we have closed eyes and the open eyes. It's the one that we're gonna use here. But yeah, this is just to help the rigging in some parts. Okay. So, where am I? Okay, this is there. Good. Let's go right side. And this one is on the tip here. So it's the one that is gonna act as a pivot to banking and to roll. And these ones are going there. And now to be sure, I'm just gonna select all this, and on the absolute transforms set to 0. Okay, this is how I place my guide. Of course, this one here, yeah, you should follow quite accurately what I'm doing here. And this, ideally, this one should be straight. Don't try to put it like that. So it's gonna set your direction. Okay, let's check the options for the foot roll. Only we have this use roll control thing, and one thing I want to point here is the connector. The connector is leg to joints, and it is important that it's leg to joints. If you build like I did before, that I built something separated and I copy, paste it or reparent on the other part, this connection is not gonna be set automatically. It's gonna be standard. So you double check, please, that you have the right connection. So this foot goes with this leg. That's all. Just save version, well, not version, but just save and build. Let's see. Okay, so that's building. So I just want to check that the foot is aligned properly, and that looks good. Okay. So one thing here, when I place it the leg, okay, some of the components don't have blade itself. So you have this. Okay, let me use you have the root, and then you have some locators there, and a connection line that helps visualize this thing. So if we have this, the blade that is gonna be there, it helps to orient the normal. So where is gonna be pointing this? But if we don't have, like here on the leg, it's gonna be the triangle, the plane that is defined by the triangle. So it's important we keep some kind of planar alignment between these 3 joints, the 3 locators. This one, and this one. Well, and normally I call this the root, and this is locator. But yeah, you can call it locators or guide positions, whatever. And so these 3 should make a little triangle, very small. So that's the reason when I was placing this, I didn't move like this, very crazy. I just try to rotate or keep the planar like that. So it's not because I need to do it, it's because it's easier to keep under control this plane. But it's gonna work anyway, but you're gonna feel like your knees direction is gonna be maybe out or maybe in. So that's the reason, because I try to keep this under control. Okay, let's what else we need? We need the shoulders. So I'm gonna put this shoulder, just select this one. Oops. Shoulder, and it's gonna be left side, not reference array for the moment, and it's gonna be there. So here on the shoulder, I'm thinking probably we're gonna replace it later with another version that we're gonna do, and I have something in mind. Sorry, but yeah, it's not done yet. We have to do it, so we will do it. For the moment, just I'm gonna place this here, and yeah, we can use maybe some live, of course. I want to use this live, and I think it's this one center, so it's gonna be around there. If you if you sit from the front, it's around here. And don't go crazy with this because we're gonna adjust later, so it's not like needs to be perfect first time. That's the idea. Okay, for the arms we go for what is the arm? This one. And again, check the options. I want IK and FK controls separate. IK rotation and translation in separated controls. I want to mirror the IK control behavior. I want to mirror the control and a vector, and I want the extract. I want everything here. Okay, all for you. That's the position, and yeah, it's almost. Look, it's almost there. Okay, that's good. Yep. You know what? I'm just gonna place it slightly higher, this thing, around there. But yeah, it's, you can see the distance between this and this. It's almost the same. I have a little triangle there. Even it's hard to see, but by default it creates with a little triangle, so I don't need to edit too much. And yeah, and the wrist, it's matching. I'm just gonna stand a little bit. That is gonna help later for the control to have the right size. But yeah, that's it for this. And let's do the neck. So the neck control. Okay. Okay, the neck is here. Scale this, and okay, the settings. I don't want the tangent controls, and I don't want the chicken style, so off. Yeah, I don't need tangent for the moment. That's all for this one. You're gonna place the base around here. Then this is the neck thing, and it's gonna go around the here, the base where the ears are. And this one, it's just the default tangent, so I'm just gonna place one here, and the other is gonna be lower like that. So the idea behind this is that my main position on the rotation is here, on this locator, and the base of course is there, but this tangent from here to here is gonna keep some kinds of, even we have several joints going down there, but it's gonna be like 2 or 3, but this area here, it tends to tangent more, so it supports the length of the jaw here. So the jaw, it's gonna be supported better by this position. You can put it there, but maybe then the neck is gonna be too small. And yeah, this one I want it small, so it bends from here to here more and less from here to here. And again, this is something we're gonna do the first pass. We're gonna make the skinning, we're gonna test our positions or decisions, evaluate it. If it's good, we continue. If it's not good, well, we change it, no problem. That's the point of the whole workshop. Is don't buy the first rig. Just keep changing, keep make it better, make iterations. And again, this, I think this is maybe too far on the front side, so I'm just gonna preserve my child position and just move it backwards. We're gonna take care of the blade orientation later, so we align with the FK everything. And just want to check here on the leg. Sorry, I'm just jumping from one component to another. Okay, it's good for the moment. Okay, so we have this. I put this here, so it's gonna give me a box with this size. It's not like super perfect align, but yeah. Okay, so we have the base guide here. This video is going to be 30 minutes almost, so just gonna add a few more components, but I'm gonna cut at 30 minutes, so it's not super tough to watch, and we will continue in the next video, probably later this week or next week. Okay, so what's next? Okay, what do you like more? Okay, let's put the mouth, the jaw. So where is my mouth? It's here. I want to add it, and there this one that is the head FK. I'm just gonna place this here. My jaw mouth there. It's super small. It's kind there. No options, no settings, only the default ones. And this is the jaw control. And these ones, they define. Well, this is a position that defines a kind of a rolling for the mouth. So this was designed to put the center, so you can roll from the mouth center. But lately, I started using it here. I think it's better. And sometimes you design the things to work one way, and you find that there is another way better. So this is between the teeth and the lip. Sorry. And this is later gonna set the place for the teeth controls and the default lips controls. So I'm just gonna put it there. Okay, so I think up to here is good enough. I'm just gonna save a version, and just to finish this video, let's build this thing. So I'm just just need to I'm just gonna oh great, damn it, reset to, yeah, there. So sorry for that, I just wanted to get back my outliner. Okay, let's build. It's taking a few seconds, and yeah, everything it's in the right place for the moment. So I'm gonna stop here, and let's continue in the next video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.